Here we are in the Pocket Rumi, still listening from selections from Mathnawi. This poem's called Drowned in God. Let's drown ourselves in this poetry. Damn the torrent of ecstasy when it runs in flood, so that it won't bring shame and ruin. But why should I fear ruin? Under the ruin waits a royal treasure. They who are drowned in God wish to be more drowned, while their spirit is tossed up and down by the waves of the sea. They ask, is the bottom of the sea more delightful, or the top? Is the beloved's arrow more fascinating, or the shield? O heart, if you recognize any difference between joy and sorrow, these lies will tear you apart. Although your desire tastes sweet, doesn't the beloved desire you to be desireless? The life of lovers is in death. You will not win the beloved's heart unless you lose your own. That poem's called Drowned in God. Let's read another one, shall we? This poem's called Flattery. The world's flattery and hypocrisy is a sweet morsel. Eat less of it, for it is full of fire. Its fire is hidden, while its taste is manifest, but its smoke becomes visible in the end. And one more poem, shall we? Oh, the sweet spiritual romance of the Sufis. This poem is called Counting Out Gold Coins. God gave me a life, the value of every single day. He alone knows. I have spent my life, breath by breath, singing my songs, so consumed by the melody and beat, I forgot the moment of bitter departure. While I sang my fluid tunes, the seed of my heart dried up, the caravan passed, the day grew late. O God, help me against the self of mine that is seeking help from you. I seek justice from no one, but from this justice-seeking self. I shall not get justice from anyone except from you, who is nearer to me than myself, for this I-ness comes moment by moment from you, and when it no longer remains, I see only you, counting out gold coins, and I forget myself, because I cannot take my eyes off of you. Oh, just one more because I can't help myself. This poem is called Surrender. It suits the generous man to give money, but truly the generosity of the lover is to surrender his soul. If you give bread for God's sake, you will be given bread in return. If you give your life for God's sake, you will be given life in return. Okay, maybe another one. I just can't, they're just so delectable. It's Valentine's Day. We gotta read a lot of them. This poem is called Woman is a ray of God. Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Woman prevails over the wise and intelligent, while only the ignorant try to dominate over her. They lack tenderness and affection because their animality prevails. Love and gentleness are human qualities. Aggressiveness and lust are bestial. Woman is a ray of God. She is not that earthly beloved. You could say she is creative, not created." And okay, the real last poem this time. This poem is called The Gift of Lovers. If a spiritual explanation alone were sufficient, the creation of the world would have been in vain and pointless. If love were only spiritual, these practices of fasting and worship would not exist. The gifts of lovers to one another are, in respect to love, nothing but forms, yet they testify to an invisible love. So hear it from Rumi. On this Valentine's Day, which may be full of form, that form is never a substitute for the spiritual, and that spiritual has become into being, as it is before us now, as the gift between lovers. Thank you for listening.